Hi y'all, my name is Melanie and I am Southern Belle Mel. And I know I look really amazing right now and you want to know how. So let me go ahead and tell you, and then you can watch me do it so you can, do it as well if you want to, or just do one or the other, on your whole face. So today, sorry. I am playing with the James Charles Morphe palette. This gorgeous thing here. And, woo, goodness, what else can I drop in the intro? Woo! But I am just digging into all over the palette here. I have my cool side going on, and I'm going to tell you, I am using this palette for everything. I mean, besides my primer, foundation, concealer, and setting powder, everything else on my face, besides my lip stuff, is this. I used this shade for bronzer. I used these shades for bronzer on the other side. I mean, we went really crazy. I wanted to see really what all I could do with this palette because it is just humongous. And it says, unleash your inner artist. Well, my face is my canvas every single day, honey. So I wanted to see what all this palette could offer me on a day-to-day basis. So on a day-to-day basis, I could use this as bronzer, blush, and highlighter. And honey, these two looks are so different, yet they are both slaying up a storm. So if you want to see how I got both or just one or the other of these, definitely continue watching, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you are able to get this palette because so far, I mean, James' sister slayed this palette. I'm telling you right now. I love all the different options it is giving me. I am such a matte person though. Like, I like palettes like this where I only have like a few shimmers here and there, and then the rest is just matte, because I can do so much more with so many matte shades than I can with a palette full of shimmer. You cannot blend two shimmers together. It just does not work. It ends up being a messy, just horribleness. But you give me these mattes, honey, I can give you some looks. So this is my second video about this palette, so just continue to watch if you want to see how this is done and created. Let's go ahead and just get into this. So the game plan is to do half my face cool and half my face warm. I may switch it up and do one, whatever, but one side is going to be warm, one side is going to be cool. I mean, the blush, the bronzer, and the eye. The blush, bronzer, and the eye. Don't know if we're going to be able to do highlight just because, I mean, this one is kind of cool and this one is kind of warm, so we may be able to use those for highlights. But let's go ahead and dig into this and see what we can come up with. Ooh. I am using the James Charles brush collection. I'm going to try to use this for the majority of the video. Today I may bring in some of my other outside brushes just as needed. Hopefully not really needed though. I think I'm going to go with 10%. Code James 10% off. I'm going to kind of just dab, and then do for a bronzer. Okay, I'm going to go back into that. Dab. Besides it being way too orange for contour, I mean, it's blending fairly well. Yeah, I mean, it's a little orange, but I mean, it works. Dab again, and then I'm gonna just tap and then tap, just to kind of, because I don't want it too crazy up on the forehead, or I mean, yeah, that's exactly forehead. Dab, dab back into those two shades. Again, code James, 10% off. And I'm just dabbing, dabbing. There we go. Very, very warm so far. So this one's definitely going to be the warm side. So now I'm going to take this same brush. I'm going to just spin it a second. Just try to get some of the color off here. Put multiple eye brushes, but not multiple face brushes. But I mean, who does this? Normal people don't do this. We're going to go into Boutique. Still kind of a blushy color, but we're going to use it. It's working. I'm like barely getting any on the brush when I do it, and then I am tapping. It's just a really dark shade. I mean, it blended out really great. I'm going to take this brush and kind of clean it up right through here. Kind of cut it a little bit without like super like baking and everything. Okay, so now for the nose. He said this is the nose brush, the E62, so we're going to use it. I'm going to go ahead and go in with the light, the cool side first, just because I'm only using one shade for it. I didn't like tap it off though, to be fair. So we're going to try that again, but this time we're going to tap, tap, tap. Whoa, that's intense. That looks so horrible. Oh my goodness. This is why I use fan brushes for my contour. I always go too heavy when I don't. That's a little better. That looks a little better. We're gonna have to just go with it. Ignore the nose contour. I apologize. Sorry. Okay. Taking the same brush, I just got all the color off of it real quick, and we're gonna go into Code James at 10% off now. My nose is looking crazy. Again, we're going to ignore that. This brush will not be my nose contour brush. Works for James, doesn't work for Melanie. Okay, so now we're going with the blush brush, and the blush we're going to use, I'm going to use Mary on the cool side. That's a beautiful like blush. So for the warm tone side, we're going to use Rusted, because it's like a peachy orange kind of shade. And I'm just going to use a little bit and tap, tap. Side of my face looks so different right now. It's so crazy. Like that contour and that blush, in real life, they look so good on camera. They look a little redder, but in real life, that actually looks really good. The blush on this side looks really good, but I would not use, Boutique as a contour again. It's just way too light. I'm actually thinking about taking a little bit of tea just to darken it up a little bit. Let's go ahead and try to do that. And I'm just taking a little bit of tea and tap, tap, tap. So using Boutique and then going in with just a tad bit of tea makes it look so much better. The sides do look just so different though. It's crazy. I mean, I feel like I'm doing my blush the same way on both sides. It's just because it is just so different, like coolnesses, it looks so weird. But let's go ahead and go on to the eyes. We're going to start with the warm side. And for the warm side, we have to go into You're Kidding. Like, I mean, he made a red shade to be red. Exactly that. So we have to go into it. But I think what I kind of want to do is I want to make it kind of look like a flame. So we're going to start with some yellow, the B. Then we're going to go into 518. And then we're going to go into You're Kidding. And I'm going to put You're Kidding all over the lid. So this is the part I was not excited about, using these brushes to blend out, because what I have found is that these are just scratchy. Now I have found that they do shed a lot too. And these brushes, I mean, you get a good bit of brushes, but it's like $158. Whew. No. BH Cosmetics makes better brushes for less than $30. I mean, at least when it comes to eye brushes, because I like the face brushes so far. I haven't used the buffing one at all though, and I haven't used the sponge at all. I am using concealer as my base without it being set right now. And I know he does say to use primer. So far I'm actually liking it better with set concealer than not set concealer. There's the yellow. In person it's a lot brighter than on camera. I think with doing the warm on this side, it kind of I don't know what it did, but the yellow is definitely here more in person. I'm just going to take this same brush since I'm going from light to dark. Now I'm going into 518, which is like the orange. Now we're going to go into You're Kidding. And I'm going to just stamp it on the lid first. And then I'm just swirling it around, and now I'm going to go back and blend. You're Kidding again on the out corner, because it definitely needs some darkening up there. Okay, so now I'm going to go back into the 518 and B. I'm going to go into 518 first, just to redo the orange. And now I'm going to go into B. I'm basically going like all the way up to my eyebrow at this point. Okay, so we definitely need some more You're Kidding. So I'm going to use this shader brush, the M166 from the collection. Go into You're Kidding again and really packing that on there. I want it to be the red that he brags about so much. Okay, now I'm just going to take this fluffy brush again. Without adding anything else on there, I'm just kind of blending just a little bit. So now on the bottom lash line, I'm going to go into B first, then 5, 8, 10, and rested. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to take the same brush and go to 518. Okay, so now I'm going to take the M410 and I'm going to go into rested and just get right along that lash line. We are pretty much done with this eye. We're not done with this side of the face because I forgot to do the highlighter over here. So I'm going to use the M501 and I'm going to go into Sister. I think that ended up being cool rather than warm, but it's pink. Okay, so let's try this wet. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to go to the cool side over here. And I'm going to try to, now this brush is the only one I don't have duplicates of, so I'm going to have to just take my little AOA sponge here and boom. And now I am able to use it without getting other color on it. First brush, the M441, and we're going to go into Social Blade, which is the green. And then I'm kind of packing and then blending, just like he said, basically. I feel like it was so much easier to get that color stand out on the green rather than the yellow. Which, I mean, makes sense because yellow does look a little lighter, but that green is just bam. Like, it's here to stay and play, honey. I'm not mad at it. Looks good to me. Again, we're going to take this same brush and we're going to go ahead and go into Playground. And we're going to pack and then blend just like the other side. I'm gonna quickly get all the color off of that so I can blend it without adding any more of the blue. Just that, I mean, wow. I'm really enjoying that cool side so far. It's looking really hot. Okay, so you may notice I look a little different. My bad. Forgot to hit the record button when I decided what color I was going to use on my lid for this one. I am using Escape. I did exactly what I did with your kitting. I took a fluffy brush and kind of packed it on there, and then without adding anything else, I blended it in. And now, in order to intensify that color, I am taking the M166, the little packing brush, and I'm going to pack on the color more. Okay, so for the under eye, I'm going to do just like I did for the first eye. I'm going to take the other M152 and I'm going to go into Social Blade. Wow, this is so, I mean, it's really cool, but really weird to see like just two different eyes like this. Okay, so now I'm going to go back into Playground because I think it's my favorite blue in the palette. I really do. And I'm just going to keep that one a little higher than Social Blade. There we go. And then I'm going to take the same M4110 because it's the only one of these I have in the palette. And I'm going to go into Escape a little bit, and I'm keeping that like right on the lash line. There we go. Those are so very different looks. I kind of want to take my M166 and go back into You're Kidding just to pack it on a little bit more. Because this purple is just so dark. There we go. Alrighty, so we have our warm side. And then we have our cool side. Okay, so let me go ahead and do my brows, do my lips, put on eyelashes and mascara, and I will be right back. Here's the completed look. I think it looks so freaking amazing. I am so proud of myself for really going for it. I've been thinking about doing this all day long, and I'm like, Melanie, no, nobody wants to see this. But now that I see it, I'm like, honey, I wish I would have worn that to work. That looks so cool. And yes, I am that weirdo that would wear this to work. I love it so much. It really is. It's like split personality. I even have a silver earring on and everything because I'm cool. And then no, I'm sorry. I love this just so much. It's like this makes me want to see like a piece of artwork with like a peacock's feather going out and then like turning into flames, you know? That's what this makes me want to see. Oh, that would be so cool. Like not a real bird because I do not want to hurt a real peacock, but you know, just the artwork. There we go. Yeah. But I love this so much. I think it is so freaking cool. This palette is amazing. Like I was able to do my bronzer, my highlight, and my blush, and this amazing, just really cool eye look with it. That I will say I did not get the lipstick from this. These are two different lipsticks. It's really weird wearing them because the purple one is a cream and the red one is a matte liquid lipstick. So it's like completely dry over here and this one's not dry enough. So it's kind of weird in the juxtaposition of that, but it looks really cool. And I think I did a good job on like lining them. I'm just so like blown away with this. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be on this YouTube journey. And it just making me step out of my box and do stuff like this. And it just makes me like ignite this fire and be like, oh my God, I need more. I need more. What else can I do with this? I mean, I know I could do all these crazy things like he did in his little commercial. I don't know if I'm quite there yet, but just doing something like this, it is so just thrilling to see this because it's two separate sides of my face. Besides the horrible nose contour I did, again, there's a reason I have to use a fan brush. This looks so freaking just awesome. I am so blown away. James Charles, you really did. You let me unleash my inner artist on this palette. I know you're not watching this video, but phew, sister, slaying over here. Yes. Okay, well then, guys, if y'all like this video, if you liked watching me create this look, then please just hit that subscribe button down below. Leave me a comment which side you like better. Do you like the fiery side, or do you like my peacock side over here? And then also, again, I am pretty new to YouTube still, and I'm wanting to get your feedback, what kind of content you're wanting, because I want to give you things that you enjoy watching. So make sure to leave that comment down below as well. So I thank you so much, though, for hanging out with me and watching my video. Bye, y'all.